Tell me about yourself. It is the most common opening question in any interview, and usually the most dreaded. The sheer vagueness of it leaves you guessing where to even begin. This open-endedness allows you to choose the very first pieces of information the interviewer processes. By selecting specific highlights from your background to share first, you provide the context that will frame the more detailed questions that follow. To move from anxiety to control, we are going to engineer your response. By the end of this, have written, rehearsed, and recorded a definitive 2-minute master introduction. Before we start building the script, gather your tools. You need a drafting medium, like a word processor or notepad, the professional attire you plan to wear for your actual interviews, and a device with a camera to record yourself. Systematically preparing this asset removes the guesswork. You replace unpredictable, in-the-moment nerves with a tangible, reviewable baseline that you can deploy in any professional interaction. This animated timeline shows the foundational framework we will use to organize your introduction, a clear, logical progression from the past to the present to the future. We start at the past node. This is where you establish your credentials. Keep it brief. State your primary field of study and trace the key professional roles that brought you to your current level of expertise. Next, we move to the present. This highlights your immediate value. Focus on a specific, recent achievement. If you managed a project, state the exact scope and the measurable outcome. Give them concrete evidence of what you are capable of doing right now. Finally, we resolve at the future. This locks in your intention. State explicitly what you want to do next and how the role you are applying for aligns with that goal. Now, take the bullet points from those 3 sections and write them out into a single cohesive draft. Write the text exactly as you would speak it aloud to another person. As you draft, you will likely hit the timing trap. When faced with a 2-minute window, the natural instinct is to cram in every detail by speaking faster. This gauge demonstrates the reality of conversational pacing. A normal speaking rate is about 140 words per minute. Attempting a 500-word script will overload your 2 minutes and force a rushed delivery, while a strict 280-word limit fits the time perfectly. If your draft is over 280 words, do not speed up your delivery to make it fit. Instead, edit your script mercilessly. Cut the secondary details and keep only the strongest points. Imposing this strict word count constraint forces you to strip away the filler. What remains is a concentrated summary of your most valuable professional evidence. Once your script is trimmed, reading it verbatim creates a new problem. Your delivery will sound flat, monotone, and over-rehearsed. To prevent this, apply the sticky note protocol. Condense your full script back down into 3 high-level memory triggers. Write them on a physical note and place it directly next to your camera lens. Use those bullets only as a backup. Your target metric here is maintaining direct eye contact with the lens for at least 80% of the duration. This proves you can navigate the flow from memory rather than reading off a page. With the narrative locked in your memory, configure the physical space for your practice recording. Look at this schematic of lighting setups. You must position your primary light source, like a window or a lamp, directly in front of you. Placing the light behind you casts your face into shadow, making it difficult for an interviewer to read your expressions. Now check your framing. Adjust your camera height so that the composition captures you from the chest up, with your eyes resting squarely in the top third of the frame. Hit the record button. Before you say a word, take one deep, deliberate breath. Sit up straight and center your focus entirely on the lens. By securing an optimal physical environment and relying on practiced mental recall, you eliminate common technical distractions. The logistics fade away, allowing your core narrative to take focus. Stop the recording. Step out of the role of the candidate and step into the role of the hiring manager. It is time to objectively audit your own footage. Watch the playback carefully. First, check your physical posture to ensure you remained upright and engaged. Second, listen to your vocal tone to confirm there is natural variation and energy. Next, verify your narrative anchor. Confirm that your explicit career goal was clearly and confidently delivered at the very end of the video. Once this 2-minute master asset is locked, you have a solid foundation. You can easily condense it down into a tight 1-minute version to deploy during rapid networking scenarios. Building this asset ensures that your first impression is based on your strongest professional evidence. You start the conversation with a clear, practiced baseline that guides the rest of the interview.